Smoothie is killing your weight loss journey. Yes, you heard me right. When are you going to understand that? Y'all already know who this is. It is Dr.Trehunna, celebrity nutritionist from Physique Reset, and today we're going to talk about smoothies.
Hey guys,
My name's Michelle.
Anita, Sarah, Peyton, Talia, Jazz, Marquita.
I'm a physique.
Product. Period. You love to see.
You probably seen the intro and was like, wow, you're telling me that my smoothie is the main reason why I am not losing weight? Yes. And what we're going to do is explain why you should duck the smoothies only if you're not as metabolically healthy as you want to be right now. If you're still watching this video and you are somebody who is fairly healthy, you're not dealing with metabolic syndrome, you don't have insulin resistance, your HDL is up, your triglycerides is down, your LDL is down, your hip to waist ratio is intact, you don't have a high BMI, this video is not for you. I'm not talking about you. You can have all the fruit you want, but you just want to have the fruit in season. And fruit is not the issue if you are metabolically healthy. But if you're somebody, like majority of my clients, who's a little bit more pedestrian, lives a sedentary lifestyle, have 2 or 3 kids, don't have time to go to the gym, a little bit overweight. If you're in the overweight range based off BMI, now I'm talking to you. But if you're somebody who's a little bit leaner and still want to learn the science behind it, totally fine. Where did we hear the term fructose from? Of course, we heard that from fruit sugar, right? So there is 2 different types of sugar. There is glucose, there is fructose. Now, glucose, your whole entire body can actually metabolize. That means your hair, your skin, your nails, your muscles, your ligaments, your tendons, every single cell in the human body can break down and metabolize glucose. Every single cell in the human body actually needs glucose. Your body naturally does not need fructose at all. But we like fructose. You know why? That is the thing that you're tasting when something is sweet. So when you're eating the berries, you're tasting fructose. If you're having an apple pie, you're not tasting really the sugar, you're tasting the fructose component of that sugar. Because table sugar or refined sugar is a sucrose molecule, which means what? It is tethered with fructose and glucose. Now, here's the main reason why fructose itself is inherently bad. Once again, it's the dosage that gets you. It's not the fructose itself. If you're watching this video and you happen to live in America, fructose or added sugar is in almost every single product you can literally pick up. It's gonna be in cereal. Sometimes it's literally in your vegetables. It is in your sauces. It is in your dressings. You really cannot avoid it unless you are taking precautions for you not to even have it inside your house. But ultimately, if you're out and about, if you go to a restaurant, if you're just picking up anything on average that is processed foods, and once again, a processed food is anything that comes in a bag, box, or barcode, then 9 times out of 10, it got some added sugar to it. The problem is when the human body receives some fructose, only your hepatocytes or your liver can really break down fructose. Now, what's happening is, I told you about glucose. Every single cell in your body can break down glucose, even your brain cells, right? Only your liver, which is a small portion of your body on the right side, right underneath your rib cage, can break down fructose. So instead of your whole entire body chiming in to help break down this food, which it does with every other food source that you give it, only your liver can break down this fructose. But not only that, when your body's receiving some fructose, when your body's receiving sugar, your brain is getting the signal,
hey, winter is coming. And because winter is coming, we need to start storing that.
Fructose naturally promotes fat deposition or fat accumulation. Because when your body's receiving some fructose, it depletes your ATP so much, which is your main energy source for your cells, that your body starts to think that it's in a starving state or in a energy depleted state. I can get nerdy on y'all, but ATP turns to ADP and ADP turns to AMP, which is adenosine monophosphate. We have a scavenger enzyme that sweeps it away versus adding that AMP back, but that's for a later video, okay? I'm trying to make it nice and easy for y'all, all right? But there's a doctor by the name of Richard Johnson, and he's promoting this fructose hypothesis that basically stipulates how fructose itself is the main driver for obesity, mainly because of the hormones it makes your body excrete. And just to give you an example, have you noticed the nights that you had that ice cream, you had that cookie, you had that sweet treat, the very next day you wake up and you are starving to death? That's because The fructose and the glucose made your body go hypoglycemic when you were asleep. So now you're waking up early in the morning and you're starving and you're not craving chicken and broccoli. You're craving what? Maybe now I want Starbucks. Maybe I want my Frappuccino, the egg bites with my banana toast from Starbucks, or a pastry. I'm having a baked good. You're just naturally eating things that you naturally don't gravitate to on the average day, but that's because you're in an energy depleted state, and also your brain wants some extra quick energy. So everything happens for a reason. Fructose just makes people naturally forage for food more. So one of my favorite doctors, one thing he always says, you're not overweight because you eat too much. You eat too much because you're overweight. Get it? It's like what came first, the chicken or the egg? But ultimately, because we live in an environment that promotes overeating, and because the foods that we naturally choose has added sugars to it, which means it got a little bit more fructose in it than usual. And because we live in America, and the fruits are not just regular sized fruit, they're GMO fruit, which means the small pint bananas is now this big banana, and our apple that's supposed to be this big is now this big. We're receiving a lot more fructose in one dose than we naturally usually do. And because that is the case, and because we've been doing this for X amount of time, we never attribute it to,
oh, it can't be my smoothie first thing in the morning.
Right? But at the end of the day, it really is. Especially if you're metabolically unhealthy right now. So your kids can have a smoothie. That's not the purpose of this video. I'm not saying that all fructose is bad. Once again, it's for people who are, as of right now, metabolically unhealthy. You're dealing with metabolic syndrome. You're dealing with insulin resistance. You are pre-diabetic. You are pre-hypertensive. If you have any of these symptoms or these comorbidities, then it's in your best interest to watch out for the fructose, because your liver is the main thing that metabolizes everything in your human body. It is your metabolic switch. So if your liver is unhealthy, that's why the prevalence of NAFLD, which stands for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, is at an all-time high nowadays. Why? A lot of people is receiving fructose not from alcohol. It's gonna be from added sugar, high fructose corn syrup. So if you see any product that says high fructose corn syrup, do not have that. Of course, I'd rather you have more fructose coming from a fruit than high fructose corn syrup. Okay, so don't get it misconstrued. But also it's because we don't have any structure when it comes to eating. We're just thinking foods are healthy, foods are bad. If I eat this, it's gonna help me lose weight. If I eat this, it's gonna make me gain weight. But one thing a lot of people don't understand, all because it is healthy doesn't mean it's gonna help you lose weight. So now, if you are watching this video and you are fruitarian, you just have to have some fruit every single day. Totally fine. We're not saying cut out all the fruits. What I'm promoting is for you to eat better quality fruit that has less sugar, okay? So for instance, today I had a serving of organic blueberries. Now, as you can see, this organic blueberries have no label. You know why? Because this is actual whole foods. This is not a product. Just always remember, if it has a label to it, it is a product. It's not whole food. Okay? Because I wanted some blueberries today, you know what I did? I went ahead and purchased a food scale. I got a red Solo cup. I zeroed it out and I put in enough blueberries inside this red Solo cup until it had 100 grams of blueberries in it. So what 100 grams means, that is a serving of any fruit or any vegetable, or essentially a cup of any fruit or any vegetable. And what I would love for you to do is go on this website, which is nutritionix.com. That way you can see the actual label or the actual macros of the fruit that you are consuming. That way you can make a better selection daily. So one thing I tell my clients, you have to have some fruit. What I want your go-to fruit is either something from the berry family that got the most flavonols, that got the most polyphenols, that got the most antioxidants, it got the most fiber, which means what? Your glucose levels is not gonna be as high after eating some berries than something like mangoes or pineapples or green apples or grapes. So more the story, fruit is healthy, right? But these berries or even some fruits in the melon family is gonna be more conducive if your goal is to lose weight than pineapples, anything from the apple family, anything from the grape family, etc. All fruit is not bad for you. It's the fruit that we naturally like that has the most sugar in it, which is why we like it the most. That is gonna get us in trouble, especially if we're on a weight loss journey. But more of the story, if I'm having a smoothie and I'm having some blueberries, some apples, some pomegranate, some almond butter, some oat milk, some oats, and a banana, Then I swirl it all up after I just told you about the smoothie. Are you thinking that this is a meal, or are you gonna have this to hold you over for a meal? And one thing you're gonna realize is the smoothie I just told you easily got about 100 grams of carbs. Okay? Easily about 80 grams of sugar, which means what? You got 40 grams of fructose. In order for you to find out how much fructose is in a product, whatever you see in the sugars, divide it in half. There you go. That's the fructose number. And just to give you some background, the liver can only handle about 46 grams of fructose at a time. After that, it's gonna start promoting fat accumulation. So blueberries got about 11 grams of carbs per 100 grams. But 11 divided by 2 is 6.5. You're gonna be good with blueberries, especially if you have a serving. Even if you have 2, it's not that deep. But a mango, if you eat the whole entire mango, has about 46 grams of sugar. That means it got 23 grams of fructose. So now you're overwhelming your hepatocytes and your liver. Make sense? So, can you have a mango here and there? Sure. Should mangoes be your go-to fruit if your goal at this time is to lose weight? No. All right? So hopefully y'all learned something today. Hopefully that gives you a little bit more background about fructose itself. And once again, this video is for people who is actually actively trying to lose weight today. Have more berries as your go-to source of fruit. And make sure on average you're eating fruits that are in season. Okay? That's your reset tip of the day that's going to help you stay snatched all the time. In the summertime. Talk to you soon.